Welcome back, I'm the Watch Nerd. On this video, I'm very excited. We're going to go back for another hunt for steel. But right before I put you on the footage, I do want to keep reminding you of my Chanel chain giveaway. I'm going to be giving out this chain as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to be entered, there's the 4 steps in the description.
Now, just jumping ourselves in really quick, I want to just show you the precious metals. I believe it's kept the same. Maybe a woman's piece is sold in the precious metal case, but as you can see, there is no sports models at all in precious metals at this place, and they actually moved one of the diamond pieces, into this case because they put the actual sea dweller, which we'll get to in a minute. But just a quick look here. So there's the Cellini lines. Now, this is where I want to mention before you pass this, because I know this is kind of boring, they're always there. I have some additional information for you that have been watching this evolution of the hunt for steel. The AD I was talking to, they only have 36 timepieces, I believe, either 36 or 38, they told me, including the Cellini line. So this is everything. And they said the max capacity in this place is up to 400 pieces. And they've always had 400 for a very long time. Only recently, the last 2 years, it's been selling out like crazy. So it's unbelievable. It's like a ghost of the store. And the walls, they changed them out for less timepieces to hold on the walls, but they don't even have timepieces on the wall because it's just so there's nothing. So they have to put them in the case. But now moving on to the Datejust. This is probably the other sportiest piece except for the sports model you can get. It sold immediately. It was actually here last week, believe it or not, and it did sell. So the owners could have come pick it up, but it was just crazy. And I got a shot of it now, so I wanted to put it in. But that 41 case is really nice, and it's a beautiful dial, honestly. Really special. This is actually not the only 41 millimeter Datejust in steel you will see today, but this is my pick. If I had to choose between the two, this definitely with the Romans on the white face, very sporty, and you also are not getting the fluted bezel, you're getting the straight, it's the metal instead, it's stainless steel, it's the smooth bezel. And I think that makes it even more sporty. That's one reason I like the Oyster Perpetual too. But just a quick glance at the 41 millimeter. Now just jumping into some other pieces. Some of them are two-tone here. Now if you look, there's just some beautiful white faces, but this is basically a shot of, this is the most crowded case here. And I just can't get over that 36 watches and the whole AD, but that's what it is now, and it's just insane. Most of them are women's pieces. You will see a couple 36s, but that's it. Just a quick glimpse at everything, and then we'll get to the sports piece here at the end. So just right before I do that, I want to give you one more shot of the case, and then I will show you they did sell a couple of the Oyster Perpetual 34s because this AD had a few Oyster Perpetual 34s. But just looking at this case, it's pretty cool. These are the steel pieces, some of them, and it's just the anniversary dial has been there forever, and I'm pretty surprised why it's lasted so long. But it is factory diamonds, and of course that jumps up the price. But just really cool, and I'm just looking forward to seeing some other pieces to show on the channel. And I think in the future, I don't know what the Rolex prices will happen, but I think Datejust 41s will be more readily available. We'll see how it plays out, and I'll definitely talk in my future videos about Rolex buying and what will last, what won't, what you'll see with the AD soon. This is all my predictions. There's hundreds of predictions out there too, so I'd love to know yours in the comments down below. What do you think is going to be hot in the future and stay? It's just very interesting, and I make these videos to kind of vlog about what will be in fashion and what won't. But of course, there's many other things. This is only 2 official dealers I go to. So just, I bring you along with me, and I really do like this, one of my favorite channel playlists that I go every week. There it is. One last thing before I do go to the smart models, but here's some 2 oysters. That one in the back there is that 34 millimeter, the last one actually they had. So just wanted to point that out. But let's head into the deep sea because I'm very excited to see Dweller two-tone, and I have a few comments to talk about that one, so I'm pretty excited. So here it is. This is what the case with that day date. The guy didn't still pick it up, but he's gonna pick it up this week, they told me. that sold right away. And this, of course, is sold. But I did find it here at the retail store, so they left it out. A guy bought it as soon as he saw it, so it was just sold. But it's a very interesting piece, and I really want to talk about it more. I do have a closer shot of it, so let's put that in right now. There it is. So this is it closer. And I have a couple of things to say because this is the first. I did see the steel model, but I only had 2 seconds to actually look at it. Staring at it now, really beautiful. And that gold, so it's 18 karat gold in the middle, and the ceramic bezel, it's gold. It's just an interesting piece. And I think this really shows the evolution of Rolex. This to me, and I talked to the sales guy, he said, this is the Submariner on steroids. And I completely agree. Looking at this piece, it's a thicker case, thicker everything. The waterproofness, there's the helium escape valve on the side. Just, it's a real diver. You can do anything with this piece, and in steel, I should say. And then when they put two-tone on it, I've talked to people and they say, wow, I don't like the two-tone Submariner, but I like the two-tone Deepsea. I've got it at least 3 times from people. And I found it very interesting because this is one of the pieces that really it's not meant for a two-tone. I guess you can argue the Submariner is not meant for two-tone, but that's one of the ones where like, okay, it's 300 meters of water resistance, and not a lot of people dive with the Submariner. They buy, corporate people and things like that. But this one is really meant for diving. I guess if you're, bigger wrist guy, this would be okay too. But you really can go down. And I found it interesting. This is the one with the Cyclops now. They don't do it, but I prefer the no Cyclops. Just, different preferences and everything. But talking about this piece specifically, just looking at it, look at it. It's just two-tone on the most sporty. This is the most, to me, and I know to a lot of people, the most workable, the most rugged, robust. This is more than even the Submariner. And to put it with gold, it's going to scratch up so easy. I don't think it's, more as sporty. You can't do as much with the gold. Oh, I wouldn't want to do as much with the gold. And of course, you're going to be paying a heftier retail price. I believe they don't make it in full gold. Now, I could be mistaken, but it's just a very interesting piece that Rolex makes, and I wanted to highlight that in this video. But let's head on to the second AD now, and there's some pieces. I did get another 41 Datejust, not as cool as the white dial, but I do have a few more pieces to show you there. So here it is. This is the next case. This is the 41 millimeter. I did wish I got a closer look at that dial on camera, but I didn't want to take too many pictures. This is a second official dealer, but it's like this flat, black. It's not like the Submariner, it's just a flat black face. Very interesting, but they do have factory diamonds, and I'm just not a fan of that. I know some collectors will say it's okay because it's factory, just not a fan of it. I don't, think it's a sports model. I don't think it's really, rugged. It's a tool. And I know the Datejust has always been a classier piece, but still, just not my preference. But, I know everybody who has different preferences. That's the one thing good about our hobby on that. Now, I just want to flip you in. I'm going to keep going here, but this is the day date in platinum. It would kind of cut off here, but it is pretty cool, and then just the woman's piece over there. Not much here. It stayed the same. Really, this AD just got one, and that was the black one I showed you back there. Just a shot at the women's. This is mostly what you'll get greeted when you walk into an official dealer. It's very nice that the first one does show it off to people that say the tag says sold and everything. So it is a sold piece, but it's nice to walk in, see a sea dweller, see things that, it's harder to get just to know. But they showed me actually the waiting list at the first official dealer, and it was pages and pages. It was kind of fun. But they did, show me around. They did tell me about how many watches they had, and it's just crazy to me that all these ADs, they have 30 watches, and their max capacity is like 400. So that's just an additional information. And you did see a cool sea dweller there today too. So I think this was a fun experience at the AD. They both were very nice to me, and not much to comment on there. But that's it. So if you do want to get the Chanel chain giveaway, there's the 4 steps in the description below. And that's where I'm going to end it here. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will definitely catch you in the next one.